Welcome back. In this video, we'll walk through the order-to-cash cycle by creating a sales order based on pre-negotiated item rates with a customer. The customer in this scenario is KCA Deutag Gulf Drilling. To begin, let's first review the customer's details in the Customer Central module. For customer KCA Deutag, 2 delivery sites are defined. The agreed credit period is 90 days, and the credit limit is set at $300,000. There are 3 specific items associated with this customer for which negotiated prices have been established. These items are different types of pipes, with agreed unit prices of $2,000, $1,500, and $1,000 respectively. When there's a fixed pricing arrangement like this, it can be recorded and managed in the system under the customer-specific negotiated rate section. Now, let's create a sales order that utilizes these negotiated rates. We'll navigate to the Sales Order module and initiate a new order, Sales Order number 80. We'll select KCA Deutag as the customer and set the Ship To location as Site 36. Since this sales order is being created based on pre-agreed pricing and not directly in response to a formal purchase order, we can optionally enter a PO number and date for reference if one has been shared informally by the customer. Next, we'll enter the salesperson's name and define the payment terms. In this case, the payment terms specify 50% advance and 50% on delivery. We'll also make sure to check the option to use customer items, which ensures that only the items defined in the negotiated rate section are available for selection in this sales order. If necessary, you may include any additional input in the author remarks section. After saving the sales order, we proceed to add the items. The system displays only the 3 items associated with this customer. For each item, the price is automatically populated and locked, as it's based on the negotiated terms. We'll enter the quantities for each item, 20 units for the first, 15 for the second, and 30 for the third, and save each line item. Once all items are added, the sales order must be submitted for approval. This requirement is configured in the transaction governance system. If approval were not required, the order would be auto-approved and ready for dispatch. Since approval is necessary in this scenario, we'll click the Submit button to forward the order to the designated approver. The sales order, number 80, now appears with the status of Submitted. As the same user is also assigned the role of approver, we don't need to switch logins. We'll navigate to the approver's dashboard, locate the submitted order, and review its details. The order can be printed and examined to confirm all necessary information. Upon reviewing, we approve the sales order. Note that once an order is approved, it becomes non-editable unless accessed by the same user who approved it. Even then, changes are restricted, depending on the sales order's progress. For example, if an item has already been dispatched, its quantity cannot be reduced or changed. This ensures transactional consistency and data integrity. With the order now approved, as indicated by a green checkmark, the next step would be to dispatch the materials. However, before proceeding with dispatch, we must handle another crucial step, receiving the advance payment as per the agreed payment terms. For Sales Order 80, we are to receive $46,250 as a 50% advance from the customer. We'll now record the receipt of this advance payment. Navigate to the Receive Money application within Accounts. Start a new receipt by selecting the receiving bank account. Mark this transaction as involving a subledger and specify that it's a customer subledger. Select the cost center. Enter the reference number and the sales order number 80, along with a brief narration such as, "Advance received for sales order 80, proceed to add the receipt details." The system automatically populates the relevant account and narration. Select the customer, KCA Deutag, and enter the advance amount of $46,250. Save the receipt and post the transaction. This completes the advance payment step of the process. We'll pause the demonstration here. In the next part of this series, we'll continue from this point to cover dispatch, invoicing, and the remaining stages of the order-to-cash cycle. Thank you for watching.